Metanomics is brought to you by Remedy Communications and Doosan Writers Metaverse.
So let's walk through some of the projects that are going on in Second Life, and I think the one that I'd like to start with is you'll have to help me with the pronunciation here. Tracy Villarreal.
Tracy Villarreal.
Villarreal. And so now he's an oceanographer and has an oceanography class. Can you just talk about what he's put together?
This is a marvelous example, everyone, and I really hope you do share this story back on your home campuses or in your states or wherever you're from. Last spring semester, we had a design instructor, Riley Triggs, who, of course, in a design course, you teach your students and you learn about the constructs of design. You're supposed to learn how to create visual representations of any kind of knowledge domain. And I asked Tracy what about marine science? What about oceanography? And he said, the domain doesn't matter. The students have to learn how to do it for any domain. So I said, what if we went to Second Life and that was their semester project, learning the concepts and constructs of design based on the learning objectives in your curriculum, but what they focused on was marine science, and he loved the idea. He was one of those pioneer individual professors who'd been in Second Life, and as had been Tracy Villarreal, who is a professor of marine science here at the University of Texas of Austin. He's actually located down in Port Aransas, Texas, on the Gulf of Mexico. And so the two of them and the three of us teamed up together and got with our crew here at the Division of Instructional Innovation and Design at the University of Texas and really brainstormed together. So what ended up, in a nutshell, was that the design class, Riley Triggs' design class, spent the entire spring semester learning design, but while they were building the underwater classroom and a research vessel in Second Life that would become the classroom for Dr. Tracy Villarreal's Marine Science and Oceanography class, which is being held right now in Second Life. And so it gives a whole new meaning that we really couldn't have done before to the idea of interdisciplinary collaboration and teaching, where the class one semester in a different discipline actually builds a classroom for the class in another discipline. And I think some of the images you're seeing reflect that. So the students' final project will be, they're collecting data, they're learning how to use the sensors that the design folks and some of our wonderful scripters and collaborators in Second Life out there helped us all put together, and our team here at UT, which consists of our graduate research assistant, Jessica Mullen, and 5 amazing undergraduates on our team. They created the research vessel with the detectors and so forth, and the students are learning how to actually take samples of scientific data all in Second Life, and it's part of the basic curriculum. So it's a marvelous project.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, and so it's highly interdisciplinary, and it's one of the things that I find interesting is this is one way to break out of the very siloed approach that most universities have, where the idea of having people who are in oceanography actually thinking about any sort of building or design or technical issues, difficult to do in a university setting. So kudos on that. Now, we talked a little bit about another case, which was the registrars. So this is out of the classroom and more on the administrative end, where you have registrars meeting in Second Life to do their jobs. Can you tell us about that?
I'm so glad you asked about that, Rob. This is wonderful. Again, in the proposal, although the focus, of course, is on undergraduate education, included in the proposal are research activities, scientific activities of all kinds, as well as staff and administrative functions. We wanted to make sure that the campuses felt that they could do anything with their 3 islands and that they included administrative staff in their discussions, in their training sessions, in their brainstorming. And a case in point, at the University of Texas, San Antonio, the president there appointed as campus lead the campus registrar, Joe DeCristoforo. And so not only is he the registrar for the entire campus, and this is an academic campus with a full array of courses and students at all levels, he had already gone into Second Life months ago as an individual, once again as a pioneer, and had gotten a little bit of land somewhere and started setting up, I think every 2 weeks they meet, meetings with other registrars from the other campuses. And what is so important about this is that it doesn't always have to be about a class or office hours or discussion sessions. It can be that administrators begin to see the return on the investment for the time savings in creating new opportunities for collaboration and meetings and very basic pragmatic kinds of administrative and management activities that can be held in Second Life. And you know, in a state as big as Texas, and I'm just being practical here, that's a lot of non-productive time spent traveling if you're in a situation where you're having to go from campus to campus. That's just a lot of time and cost at a time with the economic downturn where we're all looking for cost savings. So Joe DeCristoforo set up with 6 or 7 registrars from the other campuses. They've been meeting in Second Life for quite a while, collaborating, sharing ideas, comparing notes, and trying to improve their own systems.